Hello guys and welcome to another track guide video, and today we got Circuit de Spa Francorchamps, and I will be using this GTR, and I think it's kind of the fastest car in the class. You can use a couple of other cars, but this one just has the best straight line speed, and this is the one that you want to use in the race because it's much easier to overtake, it's much easier to defend. Overall, this is the car to go with. So without further ado, let's get going. Starting with the lap, and I have to say that always it feels like you have to rotate the car in the lower gear and then upshift into higher gear to get the rotation of the car. But here on the left there is a gap. You brake there, just in the between the 100 and the 50. Downshift in the first and upshift into second gear. And the most important part of this this corner and most of the other corners is to get in a higher gear. This was second, and power out of the corner. So just the rotation that you get in, let's say, those lower gears, I'm talking about second gear, third gear, it's more than enough to rotate the car and eventually give you a better exit. So if you just try to kind of progressively put up the throttle, it's not gonna work. So you really have to hit the power so it rotates the car. Here, really nothing much to say. Or Rouge, it's usually flat out, but here I'm looking at the beginning of the curb. So stay on the curb and then turn in. So you're braking on the curb, and then by the end of the curb, actually at about 80-85% in, you start to turn in because you want to get kind of a late turning point. So here I just try to go in as late as I possibly can because I want to get as close now to the left hand side of the track. Go left, upshift into fourth gear and cut this part. So I think I was cutting it a little bit too much, but in the end it was okay. I mean, you just need to cut the part to rotate the car. Something like that is even going to happen in here. The curb, you brake straight as much as you can. Brake straight because otherwise the car will start to slide and you really don't want that slide. So staying close to the curb, downshifting, and now I'm looking to the right, and it's kind of I'm looking at kind of those little marks there on the right, and upshifting in the third gear, and just as I said, power out of the corner. Here the only reference that I have are the tire marks, so brake at the tire marks but brake at the curb, and then third gear, get on that curb once again and just power out of the corner. And I think the most important part where a lot of people are losing time is that you just have to press 20-30% of the brakes, just like here, the marshals, going up to 50, 20-30, staying right there and letting the car do the turn. So if you stop the car a little bit too much, it loses a lot of speed, and therefore for the rest of the section you're losing time. So I just have to say, like, stay on the brakes as little as you can to rotate the car and then go. Here I'm kind of, I would say, like a 50-meter sign before the curb, 50% of braking. This will allow the car to turn. Here, grabbing the inside of the curb, not really that much in here, but the next one. So the next one, you really have to climb onto the curb to rotate the car. And just as I said, in the other corners, power out in third gear. This just gives you a much better line. So here, looking at the curb once again, we're just using the curbs as much as we can. Step onto the brakes a lot and then just ease off. The most important part, once again, is getting onto the curb and powering out of the corner. Something like that even happens in here. Turn in quickly. I mean, the car pretty much turns in here, so I just didn't want to explain it that much because it's kind of, you know, I wouldn't really call it easy, but it's easier than the other corners. Here, tire marks. Use the tire marks for rotation. I mean, not really rotation, but kind of a point where you need to rotate, where you need to start rotating the car. I mean, it's a pretty good sign. I mean, you can really use that, and I've been using that for quite a lot. So here, 150, but you're actually braking at 140, something like that. 140, 130 as late as you can, but I think 140 is okay. I kind of missed the curb, but you really need to climb onto the curb and use the green stuff right there on the right and ride the curb right here. So second gear, and just as I said in pretty much every corner out here, smash the power down because it's just gonna rotate the car and you're really gonna get that nice exit. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can eventually smash the like button and maybe even subscribe to the channel. So thank you guys once again for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye. I'm going for it now. A 642. I think I'm done with this. A 642. That's a tenth and a half.